truth live from where they create. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, through the witness stands tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tuning every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Excuse me. It's afternoon now. It's 4 minutes after 12 on the Eastern Standard Time. Good afternoon, everyone. Guys, can you guys hear me? Yesterday, I noticed my recording was a little bit scratchy, and I realized my headphone was rubbing against my shirt. So that's why you guys heard all of that scratching. So my apologies. So now, hopefully, I have it on the right mic. Testing. Okay, I don't have it on the mic on my chest anymore. I have it on the mic that is on the system. So hopefully this will be better. Do you hear the scratching, guys? Is it scratching? Please let me know if it's scratching. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Those that are coming in. Hey, everybody. All right. Okay, guys. I'm back at it again with this case with Mr. Fitzhugh. I'm sorry if I'm saying the name wrong, but this is something that a lot of people have dealt with or dealing with, especially when you have an unblended family, meaning that you have fathers who have children from a previous marriage, and the new spouse feels intimidated by the children, and they kind of don't want that father to have relationship with his children, which causes a lot of dysfunction, on all sides. And we're not being one-sided in this at all. I'm just the young men came to me and asked me to cover their story, and they told me about their story, and I felt it was very, very, very interesting because a lot of people have reached out to me and told me that they're going through the same type of stuff. They're going through the same type of thing, and most of them are children from the first marriage, and for some strange reason, A lot of women who marry a man who have children previously think that they're supposed to just forget about their first set of children, which is not fair. It's not right because those are his seeds. And I am so glad that these young fellas got a chance to be with their father for the last 30 days here on earth, here on earth. And I don't know exactly the circumstances how his health declined. I'm not here to speculate. All I can do is just tell their story. And if it seems one-sided, I only have one side right now. Um, Now, if she reaches out, if she contacts me and want to tell her side, we're going to tell her sides. But right now, it's the guys. They're they want some answers, and they want um you guys to know some of the things that they're going through. Okay. So if anybody did not see it last night, we had three individuals, brothers, who are the sons of Mr. Tommy Fitzhugh. Huge. I'm sorry if I keep Mr. F. I'm gonna keep calling him Mr. F because you know me and names don't get along too well because I always mess up people's name. I mess up words. I just mess up. Okay, all right. Just let's not beat Sylvia up with the messing up the names. Okay. But today I want to basically dissect the videos that were taken during the time of his hospitalization and his last few days on Earth. On So we're gonna we're going to analyze it. We're going to reflect on it. We're going to react to some of the things that are being said. Yesterday, we didn't get an opportunity to really watch these tapes. So this morning, I said, let me go ahead on and bring it to you guys' attention so you could take a look at what's going on. It's a different type of reporting for me because this is a probate. Probate is not something fun at all. A lot of hurt feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of unresolved issues, and blaming, a lot of blaming, a lot of shifting, a lot of, and then and you know something too. I want to hear her side of the story. I want to hear why she did what she did. Why did she react? Did she feel threatened by his children? Why did she want the separation? Why did she want him to choose between her and his children? Why? Why? I want to know. I really want to know. Why did she feel that she needed to cause that division? If you love a person, you're supposed to love all of him, even with his children. Love his children too. You may not like them, but you can love them. You may not like the way, it's probably a lot of it has to do with their mom. Maybe she felt intimidated. She felt there might have been some still connection, some love for the previous spouse. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think she was afraid of the children because it kind of reminded her of his previous relationship with their mom? Was it all about the kids or not? Well, we're going to take a look at these videos, okay? We're going to take a couple of look at these videos in his last days in the hospital and some of the things that she said. We're going to stop and review some of the things and we'll talk about it, okay?
Was trying to have a conversation, and I asked her right to face, so do we have access to the house? She said nothing. She was sitting right.
Can I
She
hear?
said nothing. I didn't
I
interrupt
can't hear. I don't know
Mrs.
why I
Evans.
can't hear. Hold on a second. Why can't I hear it? Why can't I hear? Hold on. Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out why I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? Okay. I'm trying to figure out why I can't hear. Hold on, y'all.
Victoria when she said so.
I can't hear.
I
Can you guys hear? Hear the recording? I guess I'm gonna have to use that mic. Well, I see something. Hold on.
asked the question right in the face,
Why
and
can't
she
I hear
didn't
it?
say nothing.
What
So
is
she
going
literally
on
ignored
here?
what I said. Now I ain't being mean when I do the same thing, but when she did it, I guess it's not mean. So I want to make sure I record everything. Plus, I have it recorded. I have it recorded. And I did not agree to I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. I record myself, and anything anybody says, that's on them. Especially when they say evil things. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. If Tom will just step out right now, let me visit with Tommy. I'm not here every day. I'm old too. You know, I'm on my cane now. I've lost weight. I'm stressed out, and I come to visit. I asked Tom if he would.
Okay, all right. I have to rewind it a little bit because I didn't hear anything. I know you guys was hearing it. I was not hearing it, and in order for me to react, I got to be able to hear it, right? Sorry, I'm not trying to be selfish, but I just couldn't hear. I had to take my headphone off so I can hear. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. You see, Sunshine, you're trying to be selfish. You just want to hear it and not let me hear it. All right, here we go. Now, in this video you see, you're going to see three of her sons, well, two of her sons in the room right now. You see, Travis is the one standing right there near her, and the one that's recording is TL. TL, we met TL last night, and then that's Miss F. We're gonna call her Miss F. And you notice, look at on the bed. Her cane is across the bed on his foot, on his leg. Y'all see that, right? Do you see that, right? Her cane, look at the cane. It's on his leg. Do y'all see that? Why is the cane on his leg and not in on like leaning against the wall or hanging on a door? I mean, why is the cane on his leg? That's a disrespect. Don't you think so, y'all? Look at the cane. Look where the cane is leaning. I mean, can I put can y'all see my thing here? Can y'all see the cane right here? Right there. Cane is right there on the bed. There's a something blue, then there's her coat, and the cane is laying on his leg. That is so disrespectful. Come on now. Come on. That's disrespectful. The man is laying in the bed, sick, and you got a cane on the bed. That right there tells you what kind of relationship that's going on. No respect whatsoever, even in his sick days.
I was trying to have a conversation, and I asked her right to face. So, do we have access to the house? She said nothing.
So now TL is asking Miss F whether or not they have access to the house, because one of the places, since he's been in that I guess a hospice so long, they saying that it's only up to a certain amount of days that hospice gets you prepared for death, right? So since he had gone beyond the time of them thinking that he was going to pass away, they were like, okay, is there a particular place that you would like him to go, because we need the bed, we need for somebody who's ready to demise and be gone. So one of the places they had suggested was his home back with his wife. And so the wife does not want the boys, the young men, to come back to the house, right? She does not want him to get back to the house. So this is him recording everything because Mr. TL, he's in the entertainment industry. So he kind of like want to document everything. So he recording everything, every conversation, everything that's going on. He wants to document it. But you hear his commentary behind it, right? And it's hard for us to hear what Miss F is saying, but I'll try to dissect it with you guys, okay? So we're there in the hospital or the hospice room, and she's in there. She has her cane across his leg, and he's asking, do we have access to come to see our father in your home? We want to be able to have access. We want to be able to see him when we want to see him. Okay. I'm not trying to say 24 hours, but at least have some way of being able to come to the house and see their dad. Okay.
She was sitting right. She said nothing. I didn't.
He's told him, oh, you're not just going to have access to my house. First, I don't want y'all there. I don't like y'all. I don't want you guys in my house. I don't want y'all in my house. Period. Okay.
Interrupt Mrs. Victoria when she said so.
You see, he called her Mrs. Victoria. Okay, that's her name, Miss V. Okay.
I asked her a question right in the face, and she didn't say nothing. So she literally ignored what I said. Now, I ain't being mean when I do the same thing, but when she did it, I guess it's not mean. So I want to make sure.
Oh, what is she putting on her lips? Is that the same stuff that she's been putting on his lips? I'm just being funny, y'all. I'm just being funny, a little funny. Hold on a second. Let me put on my watermark. Hold on a second, just in case we got folks that want to kind of, try to copycat off of my stuff here. We'll put that there, my watermark. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for the suggestion. Somebody asked me to put my watermark on. Okay, here we go. She's putting something on her lips. And she still got the cane on the man's leg, y'all. Still got the dirty cane from the street. She probably put it in doo-doo and all kind of roadkill touched the bottom of that cane, and she got it on his leg in a hospital room in a sanitized place. Okay. All right, let's go.
Record everything. Plus, I have it recorded. I have it recorded.
And I did not agree.
So she's saying to him, she did not approve for him recording her. She did not approve. She didn't give consent for him to record her. That's what she's saying. But this is what he says. Now, I think TL is kind of antagonizing the lady a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to be a little honest. Okay. I think he's antagonizing. And Travis standing there, he's the peacemaker, y'all. Travis is a peacemaker.
I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. I record myself, and anything anybody says, that's on them. Especially when they say evil things. To God.
Okay. Now, that was a little bit petty. She goes and put her hands up and said, "To God be the glory." Oh, okay, Naughty, let me change my color. Hold on. Thank you, Naughty. Got to change it to my purple. Okay. She goes, he says, I'm an entertainer and I'm recording myself. And whoever's in the way, that basically you're in the way. Then she goes and raises her hand and says, God be the glory. Nah, she's being petty too. The two of them doing a little petty act back and forth with each other here, okay? They be a little, just a tad bit petty, okay? But that's just my opinion. I'm reacting to this. And Travis is trying to be the peacemaker. He's like, oh, okay, let's get it together, people. And I wonder what Mr. F is thinking right now in his hospital bed. I was like, he's probably, oh my God, this confusion. Oh my God, I wish this would stop,
If Tom will just step out right now, let me visit with Tommy. I'm not here every day.
Oh, she wants TL out the room so she can visit with her husband. She wants TL out the room while she visits with her husband. She doesn't want you in there, TL. All right, let's listen.
I'm old too.
She says she's old too. She ain't young, she's old.
I'm on my cane now. I've lost weight. I'm stressed.
She's lost weight, she's stressed out, and she has her cane, which is still laying on the bed of Mr. F's foot on his leg. Because in fact, his foot is like where you see the raised part, and the leg, it's on his actual leg, y'all. It's on his leg.
Out, and I come to
I wonder when she put it on there, did she like bang it down on the leg, or she just laid it lightly? What do y'all think? Do y'all think she might have banged it and kind of put a bruise on his leg? What do you think? Sunshine is going in this chat. Sunshine is all into it like I am. Sunshine. Okay, let's go.
visit. I asked Tom if he would go out.
She didn't ask me. She went to the nurse station.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. She said she asked TL to get out. And TL said, no, she didn't. She didn't ask me to get out. She went to the nurse's station. So she went to the nurse and tell the nurse on Tommy to tell him to get out. She want him out. And poor Travis, he's standing there trying to be the peacemaker, trying to be the mediator between the two of them. Oh my God. Poor Tommy. I mean, poor Travis.
I asked you if you would. You did not.
He was in tears.
He's been in tears. He's been in tears. And I've been
okay. Mr. F is crying, y'all. Tommy just looked over at his dad and said that he's in tears. And then Miss Victoria says he's always been in tears. Father does not like this the confusion that's going on, the disconnect that's going on. He's crying. It's hurting him that his family cannot get along, that his spouse is not getting along with his children. It's hurtful.
right beside him the whole house. It's all the same.
Okay, she said he's been crying. She's been beside him for the past few months since August. So she's seen him crying. So in other words, okay, so you're crying. Yes, she's asking him to leave his dad's room. Yes, she's asking him to leave the dad's room. But see, he's been in that room for 24 hours because he noticed how when he's around, the father was getting better, feeling better. I showed y'all the video from yesterday, right? And so now, Kobe, I'm trying to have a conversation with the people. Kobe is so nosy. Kobe, can you please stop? Where's Kobe friend at? Where Pamela? Where Kobe friends at? Because he think he's supposed to be talking. Where's Rosie at? All right, so Kobe, shut up. Is he trying to come in my room? He's at my door. You want to get out? Get out my room. Hold on, y'all. He's in my room. Come on, get out. Get out. Get out my room. Get out my room, sir. Get out. Get out. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Sunshine. Kobe's gone. Kobe's gone, y'all. She just don't want those young men because they are the first wife's son. Yes. Yes, Rosie. I agree. Sunshine, Kobe's gone. Excuse me. So, okay, let's go ahead on and play this.
Yeah, we haven't been here and came from other states and stopped making money. And
TL is so petty. He said we come from other states, we stopped making money, meaning that, hey, they love their father so much that they're willing not to make money during this time, okay? If you heard Corey last night, Corey said he had not worked for 35 days. That's the whole time of his father, was in the hospital and stuff like that. He came out of coma. And Corey has been there and did not go to work because he wanted to be by his father's bedside. Okay. So TL, you just gotta love him, y'all. He is so petty. He is so petty. Oh, I wonder what sign is he? He is so petty. Okay. All right, let's go.
We haven't done anything. She's been. So.
It's all my fault, Travis.
No, let's just see how we can fix it right now.
Okay. So now she's saying it's all her fault. Now she's being condescending for real. She said, "Oh, it's all my fault. It's all my..." Maybe she's confessing to something. I don't know.
I'm just trying to make sure Dad improved.
Well, we called the pastor.
Okay.
We called him.
Oh, this is the part that gets me. TL says we call the pastor because most of the time, y'all, when somebody's in the hospital on their deathbed, we always want to pray and we want to call the especially if they're part of a church, we want to call the pastor, we want to call the prayer warriors for them to come to the hospital and pray, because that's part of the duties of the church, to come and pray for the sick, right? So TL decide to find out what church he attend to get somebody to come, the pastor to come to pray. And what did he do? He contacted the pastor. So she's upset because he reached out to the pastor. So I wonder, why would she be upset for him reaching out to the shepherd of the flock, the church? Why would she be upset about that? Huh? Why would you be upset? All right, this is them talking about that part. Hold on. Let me back it up a little bit. Okay.
We called the pastor.
Okay.
We called him. We.
Behind my back. How did you even know who the pastor was? You didn't say.
She said, behind my back. How did you know who the pastor was? And you called. How did you know who the pastor? Because he did an investigation. That's his father. He asked his father his questions. Okay, who's the pastor? I want to reach out to your pastor. Your pastor know you're sick? She said, behind her back. Well, maybe I don't think the pastor knew. I don't think the pastor knew. She probably didn't want the pastor to know. Because she said, how did you know who the pastor is? How did you find out who the pastor is? She didn't want them to know who the pastor is. So natural, for real. Because it's like guilty conscience. Why would you not want your pastor to be there for your husband? Why would you not call your pastor and pray for your husband? Obviously, the pastor has not been there because the son had to call. Had to find out who the pastor was to make the phone call. They've been there all those days. They didn't see nobody coming from the church to pray for their dad. They didn't see nobody coming to pray for their dad. That's how you know the pastor didn't know. You didn't see not one person from the church coming in there. They probably were like, okay, why the church didn't come? My father spent all his time in the church. We know he was a man of faith. Why no pastor coming? I would ask the same thing. If you knew your father is in the church, a minister or deacon or a regular, choir member, you would be trying to figure out, hey, why nobody from the church? What kind of church is that nobody come and see the sick and shut in? Huh? You'll be talking about the church. So he made the phone call. So she's upset.
How did you even know who the pastor was? You didn't say, Miss Victoria, you think we should bring the pastor? We haven't been to church in 5 years.
Oh, wait. She said, you didn't even say, Miss Victoria, do you think we should bring the pastor? So to answer your question, so natural, the pastor has not been there. The pastor has not been there. The pastor didn't even know, okay? Because she didn't want the pastor to know. None of your business.
No, I didn't know
we have not been to church in 5 years.
Oh, there it is right there. She said, we have not not been to church for 5 years. There it is. She said, we have not been to church in 5 years. 5 long years we have not been to church. Why are you going to go expose it to the pastor that we haven't been there? So she didn't want the pastor to know she hasn't been in the church. He just exposed. We have not been to church in 5 years. Why she gonna say she? Let's hear her reason for not being there. Let's hear the reason why she has not been to church in 5 years. Hold on.
I don't care if it was 20.
That church.
I don't care if it was 20
But
years.
we have.
You go and Patty TL talk about, I don't care if it's 20 years, if it's 30 years. Look, I'm calling the pastor. TL, stop being petty.
I've been to church.
I'm gonna call the
5
pastor.
years. But see, he took it upon himself
Correct.
to find out from your dad.
Nope.
Where we
Did
went
not.
to church.
Oh, okay. He found out from the dad. You heard her say he took upon himself to find out from your daddy where we go to church. Oh my goodness, y'all. No, y'all, this is like soap opera. TL is so petty. All right, hold on. Let's listen. Hold on.
We look up, here comes the pastor. I had
She said, we look up, here comes the pastor. Oh, God. The pastor caught her. We look up, and here comes the pastor. We look up, and here comes the pastor. Uh-oh. She is fuming. She is fuming. We look up, and here comes the pastor. We haven't been to church in 5 years, and here comes the pastor.
no idea.
We didn't.
Tom is doing things, finding out from your dad and doing things behind my back.
Finding out from your daddy, doing things behind my back. Like going to tell the pastor so the pastor could pray for his dad. Because he want his dad to live. He want his dad healed. He want his dad healed. So he'll do whatever it costs, whatever it needs to be done. He's going to try to get his daddy healed. Because he want his daddy to stay here on earth to be with him, you know? Control.
I'm the one
not sure
that
what she
should
did
be
information.
considered.
Mhm.
With Michael, I called Michael, let him know everything's going on. Michael,
Okay, Michael is the cousin. Michael is the one that wrote the code of the room on a napkin and took a picture and sent it to the boys. Because the boys had no idea. You understand what I'm saying? No idea what was going on. So she contacted Michael. Would she not think Michael would not tell the boys? That's their cousin. Of course he's going to tell.
turned it over
Yep.
to you guys. And
Yep.
it's been a mess ever since.
Yep.
Oh, she said it's been a mess. As soon as Michael turned it over to you guys and let them know what's going on, now it's a hot mess going on. It's a hot mess. The dad is no longer as sick as she was. She pulled the plug. Remember, y'all, she pulled the plug. She pulled the plug so he can die. And he didn't die. He didn't die right away. Did you say it's a whole mess? The whole mess is now he living longer than she expected. Because he was supposed to die a couple of hours or a couple of days after the plug was pulled.
You,
Mhm.
whatever's going on.
Mhm. 3 weeks in a coma. The pastor should have been called.
There go TL being messy. TL said 3 weeks in a coma. The pastor should have been called. Oh God, TL. Mr. Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee is just too much, y'all. Tommy Lee. He said the minute his dad was in a coma, the pastor should have been called. Not 30 something days later. 3 weeks? No, 20 something days. 21 days at least. He was in a coma. And you never called the pastor to come and pray for your husband. What is that? Not even the prayer warriors. Not even the prayer line. Not.
They weren't. We called them because I think the pastor should be involved. And I'm 59.
We haven't been to church.
I'm talking.
Tommy said he's 59 years old. He ain't got to ask permission to call the pastor. Pastor should have been there from day one since his dad was in the hospital. He should have been in there day one. Day one. Not 10 weeks later. Day one. Oh, no, it would have been 5 weeks later.
And
5 years, Travis.
I don't care if they hadn't been to church in 30 years. I would have called the pastor.
TL said even if he hadn't been to church in 30 years, he still would have called the pastor. Oh, God, he is so petty. And poor Travis. Look how poor Travis. Travis tried to hear both sides of the story. What's going on?
I would have. I don't care if he hadn't been to church in 52 years. I would have called. 5 years. I would have called the pastor.
Okay.
Travis is trying to appease her. He says 5 years, right? 5 years. She said, well, we've been there online, having church online. We just wasn't in there in the presence of the church and in face to face. But we haven't been in face to face in 5 years. We've been online. Now, come on, lady. Did you really watch it online every Sunday? Tell the truth. Did you really? Did you really? And then she said she sent her tithes and offering online.
But we had not been to the church. Plus, I'm running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I want the prayer warriors involved.
Tommy said he wants the prayer warriors involved. He wants the prayer warriors involved.
And he did it on his own.
I wanted prayer warriors involved.
See?
I think prayer warriors are good.
Prayer warriors have been involved since day one.
I want prayer warriors.
Here come Corey, y'all. Here come Corey. It was Travis and Tommy in there now. Here come Corey. We saw Corey last night. Corey's the youngest. He's the one that's I think, what did they say about Corey? Corey is I know Travis is the one, the person with the heart. And TL is a trouble. I'm gonna call TL the troublemaker. Corey is the one that gets things done, I think. I think that's who it is. And the other one's a creative. Roderick is a creative one. Roderick is not there yet. Now this is Corey coming in. Corey's the baby.
We wanted to get everybody involved. Exactly.
Nobody wanted him.
Who's hostile? Who's hostile? He was crying. He was crying.
Can we just yeah, there you go. We just
Hey,
that level of peace that we're trying to obtain.
I'm being
Can
mean.
we
I'm being mean.
with everybody? Can we listen? Can we elevate to a level of peace? Because this is where, because think about something.
Travis wants some peace around this place. Travis wants peace. You see how Corey touched his father's foot? So his father's foot was where we said it was. So she put the cane over the man's leg, okay? The cane is on his leg. No ifs, ands, and buts about it, because Corey came in and touched his dad's feet, and then he went over to the side and held his hand, okay? So she disrespected him by putting the cane on his feet. That was not cool.
Something happens, and then now it's dispersed. No, let's just put all the energy into dad.
I know. That's why we've been here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Except that one moment we slept on Saturday, where we allowed the enemy to sneak in. But outside of that.
Oh my God. Did Tommy just say he let the enemy slip in on that one Saturday? This dude is too much. Tommy. Tommy said we slipped one day on a Saturday and the enemy came in. Oh, This is not funny situation. I promise y'all. I'm just making a light of it because Tommy is just too much, y'all. Too much. Tommy is just petty as heck. I'm just gonna tell you. Tommy is petty as heck. You talking about let the he just messing with that poor lady.
All right, Tommy, I'm gonna leave this with your sons.
Uh-oh. She's leaving now. She said, I'm gonna leave this with your son. Now listen what she says here. Now she's being petty too. Okay. This is what she said. She doesn't give him a kiss. She doesn't give him a hug. She doesn't give him any kind of affection. Listen what she goes and say to him.
Want your sons? Why can't keep them into one of your homes?
She says, why can't he move into one of y'all homes? The man wants to go to his house, but you asking, why can't he move into one of y'all homes? He can't go back to the house that he purchased, but you want him to move in with one of his sons. He wants to go home. He wants to go home, but he can't go home because you don't want him there.
Take him in your home.
Okay.
You want him to move in. You want to move in with one of your sons? You want that? I'm being disrespected.
She says she's being disrespected. Do you want to move in with one of your sons? He wants to go home, lady. He said he wants to go home. He wants to go home. He doesn't want to go to his son's house. He wants to go to the house that he purchased. You didn't purchase it. He purchased the house.
They say the Lord, that's my house. That's what I want to go back to.
He said you want to go back to. You want to go back to his house, lady. And then now you're making him choose his house or go back to a hospital facility. So, because you don't want him in your house, in your house.
So you're ready to go home now because you said you wanted to be in a facility that I wasn't able to take care of.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, that one. Either there or the facility.
So which one?
Okay, she told him she's not able to take care of him, right? So he says either I go home or I go to a facility. And remember, Tommy said he could come on with us. But Tommy does not live in Georgia. Tommy lives in another state, right? Tommy was willing to take his dad with him. Hey, come on, Dad. Let's go. Let's go to another state. But will the hospital release him to go to another state? Probably not. Well, he is in hospital, so they might decide to airlift him over there. I don't know. But she doesn't want him in the house. She don't want to take care of him. She don't want to get a nurse. She don't want to get any kind of help. She don't want him. She don't even want the sons to come over to try to help her. She don't want them there.
What do you want?
I want them kids who living there. Yeah, wherever my dad goes, I want to be able to have access to.
Ooh, did you hear what the son said? Corey said? He said, wherever my dad go, I want to be able to have access to him. And she looked over at him. Look how she looked over at him. Look. Her eyes is wide open. Like, what the hell you will? You ain't coming to my house. Look, she looks down and she's getting ready to walk out. Corey said, wherever my dad goes, I want access to him. And she looked up at him and said, I'm getting the heck out of here. And watch the dad starts crying again.
Wherever my dad
Who's
goes.
stopping from where your dad is? You hadn't even asked me for any. I got a nasty letter from a Rotary. Through Tom.
That was nasty.
And my name was at the very bottom.
I don't think the letter was nasty.
I'm his wife.
And we're his sons.
No, wife comes first.
Ooh, she's putting the clout there. She said, wives come first. He said, Corey said, we're his sons, right? And he says, we're his sons. Wife comes first. And she gonna put the Bible on him in a minute. Watch what she said about the Bible. Hold on.
When you marry,
Yeah,
if you know God.
Okay, come on, I know, you right, we prove a point, but how it's affecting him. He just said,
Okay, Travis is looking at his dad, and he sees that it is affecting his dad. The dysfunction and the disconnect that's going on. He doesn't like that, and he see his dad starting to getting emotional behind this, and that's why she's looking at the husband now.
he would rather go to a place where he can be taken care of. Let's just focus on that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right, I get it, but
Yeah.
we shouldn't.
We're not. We're not. We're not. No matter what you say, she's gonna say it.
No, let's just focus on. We're gonna focus on that. That's
Yeah.
all I'm thinking. So what's the solution? How can, because he wants to get to a facility where he could, like you said, what did he say?
The pastor said Team Tommy. It ain't been that since then.
It ain't been team wife either.
Oh,
I'm being disrespected.
Has it been Team Sons?
oh, oh! Did you hear Corey says? Has it been Team Sons? He said, okay. TL says it's Team Tommy, which is the dad, right? And then she says it hasn't been Team Wife. And so Corey asks, has it been Team Sons? This is crazy.
It should be team. We're one. Tommy and I are one. That's God's way.
We understand.
That's God's way.
We don't have a problem with
See,
that.
that's God's
What
way.
is the problem? Is this?
Uh-oh, here come Roderick. Roderick just walked inside the door, y'all. Here come Roderick. Son number 4. Here come Roderick. Alex, we call him.
What if the problem is this though?
Hello, Roger.
What if the problem is this? She can't answer the question. What is the problem is this? Here we go. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing.
I pray for the powers of heaven right now. In the name
Now she's being very sarcastic on that one, y'all. Y'all seen that? She being a church lady. Now that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Not cool. That's praying in a mist. This is what we talk about when we talk about praying in a mist, because you have some art against these boys, right? But then you want to pray to God. You want God to answer your prayer. But then you have this issue, and you don't want to resolve the issue that you have with your stepsons. But then you want to call onto God. You think God's going to listen to that? He tells us we need to get it right with the people that we live right here with. And you want to talk, you want God to forgive you, you want God to help you, you want God to do this, but then you don't want to get the situation resolved on earth. You don't want the relationship resolved. You don't want no relationship resolved. You don't want it resolved. And that's why a lot of people don't like church people, because it's so hypocritical. Always trying to act like they're better than the rest, always trying to look at the other person's problem and not seeing how they handle things, seeing how they treat others. That's why a lot of people don't like church folks. They always quoting the Bible, don't want to live it. And it's sad. Really sad. Love is supposed to be the key. Where's the love, Miss V? Where's the love?
it's in your hands, Heavenly Father.
Wait, don't go yet, honey. Let's just come listen. Exactly. Yeah, right. We at a level of
See, he's crying. The dad is crying now. Look at Alex. Alex is leaning over by his dad. Dad is crying. He's hurt. He's hurt how dysfunctional this whole group of family is. Dysfunctional. Look how she's standing there, y'all. Look how she's standing there.
We don't want beef. I don't know why. She said she didn't listen. We'll watch that.
I got you.
We don't want beef.
I'm gonna take care of it.
We don't.
I'm gonna fix it out, okay? You know I'm gonna fix it.
We don't want beef.
Just relax. I got you. I'm gonna take care of it. Don't worry about it. I got you. I know how you. Remember what I told you when you told me everything's fine. I know. She's not gonna go. You know.
She's leaving, and he sees her leaving. He says, "Don't go." And Corey and Alex is saying, she's not gonna go. She's not going anywhere. So he's crying. He wants them to get along. You know, this is hurting him.
No, she's not gonna go. She's not gonna go relax. She ain't going nowhere. No, she ain't going nowhere. Relax, relax. As a group. No, 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 no. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Relax.
She come back and she put her,
You've been
look, she
eating,
put
you've
the cane on
been
the chair
strong,
now.
just relax. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Now, you know I ain't never seen you like this. So I'm trying to tell you, like you told me, get
That's
strong
where that cane was supposed to go in the
and
first place,
relax.
against the wall.
Get strong and relax. Dad. Uh. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. But it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Let's get past the hurt and let's get to the healing. You with me? Get past the hurt, let's get to the healing. You know what I mean? So just take it one piece at a time. See, you're looking at the whole picture. Don't look at the whole picture. I know, but remember, it's just
Look at she
everything
she
is
getting her
happening.
stuff. Look, she getting her bag. Look, she getting her bag, y'all. Getting the cane. Look, she getting the cane. She leaving.
You just want
She
everything
leaving.
to be how it's supposed to be. You with me? You with me? So we got it. Just relax.
Tell Travis she needs to
Just
go.
relax.
She needs to go.
No, she ain't going to. She's going to how we talk. Can you honor his wishes? Can you honor his wishes? You just going to the. Can you honor his wishes?
Okay. Okay, y'all. The father does not want her to leave. And one of the sons is asking, can you honor her with his wishes of not leaving? And she says, I got to go. I got to go. Y'all, this is sad. This is so sad. All these years he yearned to be with his sons, and she kept them apart. She told him to choose between her or his children. She said that. And he had to sneak and talk to his kids behind her back, behind her back. That's not a cool position to be in.
She's just going to talk to the nurse. She's just going to talk to the nurse. That's all. She's just going to talk to the nurse. So listen, you know how sometimes things get. See, I cause problems. So I'm gonna step out so she feel more comfortable. You with me? I'm gonna step out so she feel more comfortable.
She doesn't like Alex. She doesn't feel comfortable with Alex there. So he says he's going to step out so she can come back and talk to him. Y'all remember, Alex is like, I remember I said this, his favorite son. Alex is at the favorite. So when we notice when Alex came in, her whole tone, she didn't want to be in that room anymore when Alex was in there. So Alex said he'll leave the room so she can talk to him because he knows that the relationship with her is not good.
So they mean like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna step out. Everything gonna be fine. But I'm not going nowhere. I'm just going down the hall.
All right. So that's that part. All right. So we have some more videos of him and his son's interaction. So let me go ahead and pull the next video for you guys. Hold on a second. I know it's pretty heartbreaking and it's very sad, but that's what families go through. Especially when you have outside, well, kids that was from a first spouse. I can't say outside because they were married. That was his first wife. And people don't understand when you have those type of dynamics in family, it causes so much hurt. That's why God wants you to do things in a marriage, not in outside. And they want marriage to stay together because a lot of this would not be happening if you stayed in your marriage, right? The marriage worked out, right? Hold on, let me just show you guys some of the other footages. Hold on. Now this is Alex with his dad and his dad there.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that you still have some fault? It ain't no fault, Dad, of you. I'm telling you, you are not at any fault. mind you, you didn't bring this. So sometimes that understand. And I'm just, I'm just telling you, like you would tell me. When you told me what you told me, Dad, it almost rocked me to my core. But you told me that this is how it had to be. Now, I'm letting you know that as your son, we gonna make sure that if it's in our power, everything that she needs, that we know that you would want her to have, we know we make sure she get it out of respect for you.
Period.
You understand what I'm saying?
Period.
So making sure that she's okay. Daddy, we don't have a problem with that. But Dad, I just need you to understand this part. And you know this to be okay, but you just got this got to be okay, Dad. She just doesn't, you know, she doesn't, we're not her cup of tea. And that Dad, we just gotta understand. She said he and told you this herself. What she said? Everybody ain't meant to get along. Now you are a get along person. You want everybody to get along because see that you remember you had on a doubt, you had all these different men, all these different places, and you trying to okay, that works, but then our main thing is not so much getting along, but just having respect. So what I'm telling you that is this. You know for a fact that if you tell us what you want to happen, we're gonna honor your wishes. But Dad, no one can get mad at us because we want our dad to live. I mean, what's wrong with us wanting you to live? We ain't scamming you. We ain't said nothing, you know? And Dad, listen, you and I both know where the situation came from. You and I both know how that went down. We both know how that went down. And that's still being brought up to this day.
I had started wearing me one. I had like a little beanie on, man.
You know, that's what I'm known for at work.
Yeah.
Anybody say a chord, because it's about 4 chords at work. They be like, nah, man, issue that always wear the skull cap.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've been
Look at the dad. You see how well he was up there?
Okay.
Issue that wear the skull cap.
Corey gave him a skull cap.
Take care, sweetheart, okay? You take care, all right? All right, okay. Remember me?
She said, "Do you remember me?" That's her daughter back there too.
It's on 3. It's like a little garden.
No.
You look good already. That's crazy.
And see, you might need to comb your hair.
That hair smooth. Let that sun get it. Here's where we get our hair from, y'all.
You want to take a blanket in case it's cold?
Yeah, I might give me one just in case. It was a little windy when I came in. Yeah.
It'll be right. Show y'all the wall.
All right. So, what do you guys think, guys? What do you think about this whole situation here? What do you guys think? There's a lot of families that deal with this kind of stuff, and especially when there's other children in a relationship. I'm not talking about somebody who's married to somebody and then the man cheats and then have a side child. I'm talking about somebody who's married to a first wife, have a set of children, and then the new wife is keeping him from having a relationship with his children from his past wife. I don't know why women or people do that kind of stuff. I don't know why. And you know the funny thing is, one of the reasons why I really took on to this because I can relate. I can relate to because I'm a product of a first marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm a product of a first marriage, and I remember my father's wife could not stand us. But my father was the one that was strong enough. Well, my father that I thought was my father was the one that was strong enough that he didn't care what his wife said. We were coming down there for the holidays. We were there for summer. We were there. Me and my sister were there, but we felt the hatred that that woman had for us. She did not like us, and we never did anything to the woman. Never disrespectful or anything like that. She just did not like us. Did not, because it reminded her of his past, the relationship. We reminded her of the relationship he had with my mother. So my sister got so upset one time, and she said she'd never go back. And when we there go there go troublemaker. Hold on, let me put the link in here because I need to find out from you, sir. I'm gonna call you troublemaker. I am gonna call you troublemaker, y'all. I gotta go. We want to expose people like her. It's ridiculous behavior, being so self-absorbed and internally hateful. Hit the link, sir. Hit the link. Hit the link. Since no one else is in this chat this morning, I mean this afternoon. It's not morning anymore. Hit the link, Tommy. Your stepmother was the same way, didn't like you too, Patricia. So we all could understand. My contributor ex-wife was so mean. My contributor ex-wife was so mean to us. Oh, you call your dad your contributor? Oh, Jesus. She called her dad a contributor. TL, can you hit the link? Yeah, we want to hear to Mr. Commentator over there. We want to see the outcome of this. We want to see what happened. You could tell she really had some sort of hatred. There he go, y'all. There he is.
I had to. I had to. I love it.
So we all could understand. My contributor ex-wife was so mean.
Wow.
My contributor ex-wife was so mean to us.
Wow.
Oh, you call your dad your contributor?
Wow.
Oh, could you turn it down, please, sir? Call your dad a contributor.
I forget your head.
Hey, Tom.
Wow. Yes. How are you?
I'm good. You know you're a troublemaker. You know that, right?
I love it. You had it pegged so right. Cause I was gonna put her to the test this go round. Yeah, this go round. You're talking about some. We ain't been to church in 5 years. Well, I don't care. You ain't been to church in 30 years. Still call the pastor. Call the pastor. Call the
how did you find out who the pastor was?
We literally our brother knew the Travis, the peacemaker. He knew where they went to church, so we just looked it up online and called, and they knew who he was off the top, cause he's a presence maker. He was a good man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a good man. So they set it up. The pastor called us. Next thing you know, he came down, and the beautiful irony of it was she really didn't visit a lot. She didn't. Those were the days she visited so that I could capture the moments in the hostility. However, she happened to be there when the pastor came. She happened to be there when we had the requisite for the court where she had to inquire about my dad's condition. So so that was interesting. It was beautiful how he set it up. The day she was there, we needed her to be there.
What did the pastor say to her?
So she, she was, of course, she making, oh, I didn't know so much going on, and oh Jesus, I forgot to call you. I mean, she put on the whole act. She was better than Holly Berry. Okay, so yeah, I meant to call you. I'm so sorry, and I mean, just all type of blah blah blah. He was like, no, don't worry, the boys called me. She said, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad they did. Yes, thank you, Jesus. But after that, behind my back, that lady is funny to me. I'm telling you, she gonna be in my comedy show. I'm gonna make her famous. I'm gonna make her come in with a camera and then tell myself, why am I being recorded? Lady, if you don't be quiet, if you don't be all the way quiet. Why am I being recorded? So we can see where the poison at. That's why. If you want me to tell the truth, so we can see where you hiding the poison.
What is your zodiac? What is your zodiac?
Taurus.
Oh my God.
Terrible Taurus. I got my horns out for this lady.
Where's Miss Taurus? Where's Miss Taurus? She's in this chat. Where's Miss Taurus at?
Lord, my goodness, I'm telling you, this lady, she the type of lady that you wish she was a man, so you can touch her. I'm telling you, she is really not what she presents herself to be.
Okay, which one of y'all is the Pisces?
That is Alex.
That him and I can relate to Alex. I could tell that's me.
Yeah, that's Alex.
What is Corey?
And Travis and Corey are both Aries.
Oh,
so, yeah,
Lord,
my mom
not
had
the Aries.
six days apart. So whatever they were doing, 2 years apart, 6 days apart. 3 children in April. So there was a certain time for them. They used to really like each other a lot.
I know. And
yeah,
what month is Alex? March or February?
Alex is March.
March, okay. So she had kids between March and April.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. 5 years apart, and after that, 2 years apart, 2 years apart, 2 years apart. It's amazing. But we treasured those, Sylvia, we treasured being there because we don't get a chance to see each other a lot. You know how that is in family. So that was awesome. But God is amazing. He kidnapped us, and then at the end, he allowed us to kind of kidnap him.
Oh, please tell them about the whole thing.
Yes.
Please tell them.
All right. So when I was 12, my like I said, my father, 10th grade education. Let me just go back on that. 10th grade education, but he brought us out of Perry Homes, and my father brought us from Atlanta to Decatur. And at that time, Decatur was really Caucasian. It was either you were Caucasian or you were probably educated African American. But he was just hard work African American. So he was very odd being in that neighborhood. But he brought us into a 4-bedroom house, like my brother said. We would get the milk delivered to the door. We had a clubhouse in the backyard, a real suburb community. But my mom, I don't know. She wanted to be on the side of town where my aunts were, and party. It just seemed more fun. So it convinced her to have her take us away from my father. And we were living with a friend of hers for about 4 weeks or so out near Columbia High School. And I don't know what happened, but my father showed up one morning. I'm going to tell you how God works. My father showed up and found out where we were. Don't know how. But he said, I needed to use the car. He wanted to use my mom's car because his car was smoking out of the front. Something, I don't know if he punched the radiator or what happened, but the radiator was smoking. And my mother, all 5'2" of her, gave him the business at that front door. She wasn't going to give him nothing. How you find me? Get out my face, MF, for the whole 9. She was so bold. And he left. And I'll be honest with you, this is why I say where I know there is a God. He left, and my mother was getting ready to finish resting, and the lady we were staying with was going to go to the store. And my mother smoked Winston Lights 100s. She said, would you get me some cigarettes? And to this day, I still thank this lady for that. She said, nope, I don't buy anyone's cancer sticks. So my mother got up and went with him to the store. Sylvia, probably 4 minutes after they left, my father came back, kicked the door in with a shotgun, and he tore up everything in the house.
What?
My father, anything that was glass, our father broke it. Our father broke it. He was enraged because our mother had basically broken up his family and took his boys. And we believe, I'm just being honest, like we can really tell the truth. We believe that day, had my mother been there, yeah, from his rage, he might have hurt her. I'll be honest with you, but it was because of Winston Light's 100s that she was not there. So he busts up everything that was glass, and we were in the back room, and he comes in the room, and we're all in the back room, just afraid because we really don't know what's going on, but we see his car, so we know it's our father. We look out the window, we know it's our father because he's asking for our mother. Where you at, Juby? Where you at? And police would call, and he had us in a corner, had the gun to my brother's head, and I got to tell the story like it was. For whatever reason, I've been born as a protector. I'm the one that I'm going to throw my life down first. So I took the shotgun from my kid brother's head and put it to my head. And it's like, nah, just put it to my head. But about probably 40 minutes later, SWAT came, and my father bust the window out, shot out the window. And that's when I realized he had like real bullets in the shotgun. True story. So when he brought it back down, I was like, man, my brother ain't been here for 2 years. I said, you can put it back on his head. He'll be all right. But it was as violent as you can imagine. My uncle had to come and talk him down, and we don't know what happened to him after that, what price he paid. But I know from that point on, we struggled mightily, going from place to place, to a point where we were separated because my mother couldn't keep us together, and it was crazy. But it was a kidnapping.
So did you end up in foster care?
No, we didn't. We wound up staying with an aunt, and then on our father's side, and then we started to stay with an aunt on our mother's side, and then eventually my mom got it together, and we were all together again. But it wasn't like it was in that house. It was a lot of poverty from that point on, and it is strange just because she only bad mouthed him, but we still had a strong relationship with our father, even through his other marriages. Um, this wasn't any different. It's just that she was so much of a gatekeeper. We would have to sneak and call and hope and pray that she didn't answer his cell phone. Then she began to start answering his cell phone. It's like there's no way to get to him because we know she's gonna answer the house phone. It really became sad. But we got the opportunity through guardianship though that we were able to kidnap him this time to protect him. Yeah, and that my brother brought that up. I thought that was so ironic. He said, "Man, this time we kidnapped him." Yeah.
So all four of you guys was in the room when he was busting? Okay. Hey Corey, can you talk today?
he had us crying last night.
He still can't. It's
Still
Corey.
can't get through.
Still can't
Hilarious.
talk.
I
Still
mean, he
can't
got a
talk.
whole Roger set up a whole computer center in that room. Two
Corey.
screens, just everything. This
Corey, you
is
gotta do
hilarious.
better, man. You gotta do
This is
better.
hilarious. This is hilarious. He can't make no excuses. He had us crying yesterday.
Look, he's still going in and out.
Uh-huh. But it's a true story though, and I thought it was just so ironic how God did it. But God literally gave him 30 extra days. He literally did, and that's true what Roger said when he said, "I think I'm gonna make it this time." He said, "Tom, I think I'm gonna make it this time," and we literally did immediately think about his health. We were like, "Yeah, you're gonna, shit, yeah, you're gonna make it. We're gonna do everything we can," but I believe he was talking about into heaven because I think I'm gonna make it this time. Yeah, he smiled. His eyes were bright. His face was bright. Um, I never been. We didn't get a chance to see our mother off because she died of coronary artery disease. However, it was pleasant being able to see our father off, and Just sad that no matter who he's married to, that human being despises us so much. I don't give a darn about no money, no none of that. This is our Father. This is our Father who we don't get a chance to see, you
Look,
know.
look
And
what someone just put in here.
what they put,
God knew 30 days for 30 years.
and that's what we said. We said that this will be a 30 for 30 for your tale. 30 for 30.
Mm.
Because you like ESPN because God gave us 30 days to make it right.
Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you,
And
y'all.
just a sidebar, the irony of it was he literally went back to the stage he was when they had the breathing tube in before.
Mm.
They literally had to do it again. They had to do it again. And but this time, just as they said when they, this time he may not make it. And that's what she wanted. Because she said, that's where I'm at. I thought he'd be dead, basically. I didn't think all this would be happening. And yet it did.
Hmm. I really would like to hear her side of the story. Not that I don't, I
Yeah.
want to hear her side. I want to hear
Yeah.
why she felt the way she did about you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why why did she have so much hatred and she felt that you guys was disrespecting her?
Yeah.
I
That
didn't see any disrespect.
we by calling the pastor, that was disrespect. And I gotta find it. I want to sing the one where we had a mediation.
Hmm.
And the counselor asked her, she said, so what do you deem as disrespectful? So back in 2009, I was going through a divorce, and I have property again, as I told you, in Atlanta and in Maryland.
Hmm.
And this was in Maryland.
Hmm.
So for some reason, and I to this day, I don't know how, but upon trying to serve me some papers went to my father.
Hmm.
And because that mail went to his house, that was disrespect. Can't make this shit up, as Kevin Samuels would say. She said, you had some mail that came to my house. And I had to let them know his name is Senior, not Junior. That is disrespectful. I said, I promised then not to have no more mail sent to your house.
Wow.
I promise. I ain't getting no more divorces. So,
Speaking of divorces, you have children, because I saw your video.
yes.
So how's your children's relationship with you?
So, honestly speaking, my son has chosen to side with his mother, and how she says our relationship was torn apart. And my daughter takes more of my spirit, and she's questioned a lot. And then now that I've shown her receipts of a lot, she understands.
I know you got receipts.
I have,
I know you got
yeah,
receipts.
I
Lord.
have receipts from payments, from child support, the whole nine, all the accusations she said I wasn't doing, and I was able to show her, well,
You have
I,
videos? Do you have videos too
of what?
of everything? Because you're a video person, I see.
Well, yeah, but yeah, back then though, it was more just keeping the receipts, the visual receipts. Let me take a picture of this. Let me take a picture of this receipt. I've always been that, and I was able to show her that at least. Well, I don't know who child support sent this money to, but as you see, they took it out of my check. So I don't know who they sent it to, because as you can see, they took it from me, and those were the proofs I would like to show her. But with her, I just wanted to really show the last days of our father with us,
Okay.
because we knew that he wasn't well off. We didn't find out about cancer till later,
Hmm.
but we knew he wasn't doing well if he was in a coma. So I said, we're going to get video of everything, not knowing she still had this turmoil inside of her. It's like, no, I want to get it because later we could always look at it and we can laugh and we can cry about these moments. And that's what it was for. So I didn't care that she didn't want us to videotape. I'm like, well, yeah. She didn't want to get caught in some evil. That's why she was, why are you taping me? And I think I have to show you, I have to break it down. The video I want to show you where she looks at her daughter, she gives her daughter the eyes, and then she looks over and sees that I'm still filming with the camera, and then does this.
I want to see that. That's the one I was
Oh
asking you
my
about
God. So
sending.
I have to show that to you because it's not obvious. It's where you gotta zoom, you gotta stop it and look at it and zoom in
Okay.
where because I'm taping from across the room. And she looks over there, then she kind of looks up. Her daughter's standing up, she's sitting down. She looks up at her daughter, they make eye contact, and then she does like this, like phone still over there, you know. It's like, so what are y'all planning? Like what's why is phone? What's the problem with this phone?
Wow.
Yeah, because I was gonna leave the room, but I wanted the phone to continue recording.
Okay.
That was I said either I stay or the phone stays. Which is it?
So
She
did you leave and you left the phone? Oh, he disappears. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Cam Cam. You can see her horns. All right, we're waiting for Tommy, Mr. TL, to come back. I don't know what's going on with his connection. He can't talk about Corey's connection anymore. He cannot talk about Corey's connection. He must have got a phone call. Hey, PR Press Media. Fitzhugh. I think I got his name now. Oh, look at him. He got his picture up now, y'all. Look. He got a picture up. Tell you better put a better current picture. Stop putting that old picture when you was a teenager. You trying to put a picture of him teenager. Are you back now? Oh, he got kicked off. Um, are you are wonderful at reporting. I love your line of questioning. Oh, thank you. Oh, here he come, y'all. Here he comes.
you see my baby picture I had up?
I know you try to fool people, but we know the truth.
Hey, okay. That daggone right. I don't care. Yeah, so I guess when you get a phone call, it throws you out.
It does. It does.
People are watching. This is
I,
good.
I forgot to tell you that. You have family members watching you right
People
now?
are watching. Some friends are watching from Philly too.
Okay, Philly.
Yes.
Hey, Philly. Hey,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Hey, Philly.
PR Press. Those are my friends. PR Press. I like that. That's who said God knew 30 years, 30 days for 30 years.
Oh, this is one of your friends?
That's another one of my public relations friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
PR. How are you?
yeah,
Good morning. Make
yes.
sure you subscribe.
I know that's right. I know that's right. That's what we definitely want to do. Make sure more people come to see the work you're doing.
Oh, thank you. You guys
Yeah.
y'all make me smile. Days when I don't feel that I make a difference and you guys come up and remind me. Thank you.
I'm sure everyone you cover does, Miss Sylvia. It's a service because you feel alone, and you know your story's not. You know you're not the only one going through it, and it's good to be shown. And we don't mind the vulnerability. Somebody needs to see this. Somebody needs to see it.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, and then maybe they'll move accordingly. No, don't. You got to do something. 32 years of marriage, and once we get to this court on April 7th, I just want her to answer the question: how are they able to get guardianship from you after 32 years if you're doing everything right?
Imagine being married to somebody for 32 years and they keeping you from your children.
And they keep, yeah, and making sure that, if the children call, they keep, she acts as if she really wants the relationship to grow. Well, he said he's the dad. He might have said that 22 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone asked, what is your social media, Tommy?
TL Fitz or the TL Fitz on most platforms.
Y'all, he got stories of his comedian days, y'all. He
Oh
got
yeah.
some stories to tell y'all.
Oh yeah.
He knows the industry, don't you?
Absolutely. And the industry know me too. They knew I wasn't about to do certain things. That's why I got a CDL to back me up. Damn that. Nah, bruh. Nah. You ain't about to puff at me. You understand what I'm saying? That's
No,
all. I'm gonna leave that at that.
no,
I ain't,
puppy, you.
I'm gonna leave it at that. You ain't about to puff at me. No. No, thank you. I'll go get a job until I Fred Sanford them.
You Fred Sanford them?
I'll come back now with the gray hair. I don't care. Funny is funny. Oh my God. Mm. Yeah, this thing is actually it's kind of wild because it's funny, not funny. Because our father deserved. When you said that, I was like, she right. It's funny, not funny. It's her stuff is so ludicrous. It's hilarious. Like, are you serious right now? Are you gonna lie to say you weren't in this? You don't know about the custody hearing at all? You're gonna say that?
Mhm.
Really? And stand by that? Okay. 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 I don't understand it. Not at 78 years old. And you saw how she had that cane over his leg too, didn't you?
Yeah, I was upset with that.
I told you.
I was so upset. That's the
I
first thing I saw. I
told
was
you.
like,
Like he's some what I was how disrespectful is that? You're showing your hatred. She put the cane in the coat across his legs like
He's a piece of trash.
and and did and did.
And then you see how she put it on the side when your brother came in.
Afterwards. It's
Yeah.
on the chair, like you said, where it's supposed to have been in the first place. Why'd you put that damn cane across his actual legs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes to show you can see certain things, but we noticed when she came in. Remember me?
And even her attitude, she was not loving. She was not affectionate. She was not like a spouse. You know what I'm saying? Even a spouse would be like, where's her femininity of being a spouse?
She's a control freak, and it took everything with her not to really show who she really was every day. Not once did she go, okay, guys, what can we do to make this right? What do we need to do? We all growing. I'm 78. Y'all fit. What can we do? Because your father doesn't need this stress. She wanted him stressed out. She
So
knew he
Tommy,
had
you'll be
to
60 this year.
say again.
You'll be 60 this
Yes.
year. I didn't know you were older than me.
Yes. Yes. I'm a true vet.
But I'm still Miss Sylvia to you, okay?
Yeah, that's right. That's how we grow up. That's how we know it.
Okay.
My daughter is Miss Nia to me. My
Okay,
daughter
okay.
is Miss Nia. That's Miss Nia.
Okay,
Yeah.
as long as you know I'm still Miss Sylvia. I don't care
No,
about
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You know how we get down. I'm from the old Georgia. The
Okay.
old Atlanta, as they say. Yeah. So I don't know. I truly don't understand it. I don't understand it, this thing. But she's an actress. She's an actress. She would tell our cousin, the one that sent us the note, she would say, I'm past all of that. I don't know what, there's nothing here. No hard feelings. All that is in the past. And the minute we see her or we're in the same room, you can feel the energy. It's nothing changed. This lady still don't like us. She don't. She doesn't. She absolutely doesn't.
I know you're waiting for the seventh. Seventh can't come too quick, huh?
It can't come too quick because, oh, yes, we want to go through. Do you want mediation? No. We want trial. Period. Let her fight for it. She wants it. Let her fight for it. We have video and everything to show our father was in his right mind.
So she's claiming that the new will should not be valid because your dad was not in his right mind. And she's saying the reason it's not that she's saying he was not in his right mind is because y'all were able to get guardianship.
Yes. Now, yeah. But if he wasn't in his right mind, we also would have been able to get power of attorney.
And
That's
we're
where the
not
judge.
able.
Yeah, that's where the judge differentiated and said, no, the power of attorney, I'm going to deny because this man is not invalid. He can speak for himself. It's just he does need help when it comes to the matters of his medical attention.
Okay.
And since he can't move, perhaps his financial dealings as well, because at this point, who knows what she could be doing? He can't help himself financially. She could be draining and doing some sneaky stuff over here. So that's why we wanted the court involved, so to stop all of that.
But y'all couldn't get the finances because y'all didn't have power of attorney.
No, but the county was awarded guard conservatorship over his finances, which means all that money would have went to the court, and then they would have paid his bills instead of her having to touch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Roderick said he fixed it.
He fixed it.
That's what say. Hey, this is Roderick. He fixed Corey's thing.
Thank you, Jesus. And he fixed it from afar, I'm sure.
Corey could come in now with the camera.
Hilarious.
Okay, put in the link. Hold on, let me put in the
link. We're gonna need him straight because we're gonna need him April the 7th. So we need him right.
Yeah, you got to be able to get on the Zoom link, Corey.
He's gonna be the principal, the point guard, come April the 7th. You see, because the way we did the guardianship and the way we did his last will was different. There's 4 of us. 2 were on the guardianship. The other 2 are on the his estate.
I want to see how well, we already know how Alex feel. I want to see how Travis feel when he voted. I want to know how he feels about the vote.
Yeah, Travis has always been a peacemaker, and he was the one that decided, let her know, and then Roderick voted with Travis because we really were just going to bury our father, give him a proper burial. And as she said, if she didn't see him in this life, she'll see him in the next. We were like, she should eat those words. We were like, she should eat that. You don't have to see him in the next because unless you really dig, you're going to have to see him in the next.
Oh my God.
That's how we were. I can be absolutely honest.
There he go. Hey, Corey.
Yes, KC. I can be honest. Corey and myself, we were committed to not letting her know. She didn't care what he was living. And said, why should she care, after he's gone? And she said, I won't see him in this life again. And we were gonna make sure she ate those words. But our brothers, and
I knew you were gonna be the mean one, Taurus.
Yeah. And our brother, they kind of, talked about the moral implicity of it. What would Dad have said? Would he have broken the tie our way or her way? And that was the only, we think it would have been her way. I think it would have been her way. And because of that, we decided to let her do the preparations. We didn't know she was going to not include us at all, which I think was just deliberately evil. I don't care. I ain't going to even let him know where he's at or what I'm doing. But it's one of the things we didn't understand was, or why our father would have even been concerned about it, is there's a part on his will where it also says, also my wife shall not even order an autopsy. I was like, why would my dad even care about that?
An autopsy, exactly.
Specifically the autopsy. That she shall not demand or request an autopsy.
Why would that be in a will?
Some funny going on. Something funny going on. And I don't know what can help somebody lose their memory, but that might be what we need to research. A memory loss jug they could put on your lips.
Corey, what's wrong with your brother?
I tell the truth, but it's just so real.
Corey, you gotta go into your settings and try and make sure your audio works because we don't hear you.
See if you have that mute. It's somebody who's touring around the world. Some of the brightest and biggest acts.
What about now?
Oh, there we go.
Now. Woo!
There we go. What's going on, Pierre?
Hey, how are you, Corey?
I'm fine. How you doing, Miss Sylvia?
I'm doing great.
So I've been watching all this morning, and Alex had to get everything right. He's a computer genius.
Yes, I see. Thank you, Alex.
Let me tell you a lot of where the disrespect came from. This is where my disrespect came from. she used to badmouth my mom a lot, and I would hear about it. My daughter, she wanted to know who her grandfather was, and I had no problem with my daughter getting to know her people because she used to ask me a lot of questions when she was younger. She wanted to know why her nose looked a certain way, why her forehead looked a certain way, and so I encouraged her to reach out to my dad, and she reached out to my dad, and they built a nice relationship. And when his widowed wife uh, got around to her being over their house, she would always want to sit in a room and listen to everything my daughter would say. And so my daughter ended up graduating high school, went on to West Georgia College, and my dad wanted a one-on-one relationship line with her and would tell her, call him if she need anything. And so, a freshman in college, yeah, she would call. She called my brother Alex. She called me. She was a freshman in college. She wanted to, explore, and for the first time of being out on her own, she had an apartment. So she worked, and yeah, she needed some assistance. What 19-year-old wouldn't need assistance the first time ever leaving home? Yeah. And so there were a couple of times she would go over my dad's house and sit and talk with him. And she the last time she went over there, she said she was never going back over there because um, his wife slandered my mom's name. And the one thing my daughter always wished she had a chance to do is meet my mom, because her feet is literally identical to my mom's feet. And she just wished she met her grandmother. And so when that lady um, when that lady slandered my mom's name, my daughter said she's never going back over there because she didn't want to be disrespectful and say something to her, knowing that she never got a chance to meet her biological grandmother. And so one time in school, I think she needed some money for some groceries or whatever the case may have been. And she told my daughter, from now on, you'll have to ask me for some money to get it from your granddad. And my daughter never spoke to the lady again. Wow. So my daughter would have her own little story about the respect. And I know for a fact my daughter told the truth, because the story that my daughter told me, the only person who knew about that story is my brother Travis. And she told the exact same slander, disrespect story. And there's no way on this planet my daughter could even know about that, because I never even spoke to her about that. Wow. So I'm okay with her feeling some type of disrespect. One thing my mom had always told us is, even if we didn't say yes ma'am, we won't say to any grown up. You will respond yes. And we were raised right. Like, my mom raised 4 boys who didn't wear the same size on her own, and she raised us very, very, very well, very genuine. And so all that disrespect, that's just a lie. I'm never going to disrespect a woman, period. I'm never calling a woman out her name. I'm just never doing that. But with her, sometimes, you're not even dealing with a woman, you're dealing with a spirit. And sometimes you just have to get direct with the spirit and just let the spirit know what time it is. So the things that you all saw on camera, it was so many other things you didn't get to see off camera. Like when she would walk in the hospice, she would, take 10 minutes just to get from the first floor to the 6th floor, and the elevator never stopped going to the 6th floor. When she get off the elevator, she barely walking with the cane. So for whatever reason, I just never believed she needed a cane. And so one day I just left the hospital, went and parked and sat in my car, and she didn't know it. And she walked out the hospital, and as soon as she got out the door, she walked just as good as anybody. The receptionist at the hospice seen her do it. Let me back up. One of the reasons why the pastor was even being called, because all the people at the hospice was like, as lovable as a person as your dad is, where are his church people? And we were like, she don't want anybody to know what's going on. So Travis is always on the road, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on the road. So Travis called me and told me to reach out to the pastor. She has so much animosity toward TL and Alex that she never even had me on the radar. I called the pastor. I talked to everybody at the church. I talked to the church receptionist. Our last name is so odd. As soon as I said Fitzhugh, she was like, "Where have you? We haven't seen your dad." Not in a bad way. She knew exactly who my dad was. They knew exactly who he was. She said, "Please don't tell me your dad has passed. What's going on with your dad?" I said, "I'm glad you asked." And then I told her the whole story. She promised me that she would send the pastor the information. By the time TL and I got something to eat, the pastor was already calling and said that I will be there at 4:30. So it was a good thing me watching it, for the first time in a long time, and it was like I had an out of body experience. I'm looking at it as if I'm one of your followers, and I'm like, God, she said behind her back, like that lady, she didn't want his co-work, she wanted nobody there. Again, when my dad was in that coma for 3 weeks, she never even came to the hospital. She told them to pull the plug the very next day. She didn't call us. She was going to let my dad pass, and she thought she was going to get a chance to one up us. She thought that her only call to us would be, he's gone, and that just didn't happen. Whatever she did to him, and I truly believe she did something to him, he passed out. Like, this is the crazy part. So my dad is up all day, up all night, wake up the next day, go to bed the next night. Wake up the next day, go to bed the next night. And then he wake up one day feeling super good. And right before bedtime, he just passed out to his death. If you were to go to my dad's house, Mississippi, you can almost see Piedmont Hospital from his house. If you look out the backyard, you can see Piedmont Hospital. So I just really, really started thinking as if I was a detective or investigator. I was like, you know what? She poisoned him. She let him lay there for a long time, probably said all type of crazy stuff to him until he fell weak, and then called the ambulance. And the ambulance probably took a few minutes. He lived 2-3 minutes from the hospital. Went to the hospital, called our cousin. He called us, frantic. Travis go down to the hospital. She wasn't even at the hospital. So I said, Travis, what made you go to the house? He said, because I'm trying to figure out why she's not at the hospital. If her husband just fell out and about to die. Travis went over to the house. The first thing she told Travis is, I'm going to call and tell them to pull the plug in the morning. That's crazy. Oh, that's just the craziest story in the world. And so she tell them to pull the plug in the morning. She don't tell nobody what hospital he in, but she told our cousin. Like, that's so crazy. If you don't want anybody to know, why did you even tell our cousin anything? So they unplugged it, and he started breathing on his own. That's the part that she couldn't stop. She couldn't stop God power. He stayed in a coma for 3 weeks. He came out of the coma. She wasn't even at the hospital. But she sends a text message to us and tell us, don't go down there. I was already en route to the hospital. And I'll just go ahead and tell it. She was so convincing, she convinced our cousin to tell us to don't go down there. I don't even know where that came from. So I go to the hospital. As soon as I get to the hospital, my dad eyes open and said, Mr. Corey. He was about to start crying. He was tearing up. And I said, no, don't do that. And TL and Alex was already on their way down there. Traffic was crazy that day. I remember, like I said, it took them about an hour and 30 minutes to get there from Snellville. And so in that hour and 30 minutes, my dad spoke to me in ways he never spoke to me in my life. Like, I'm the youngest. I would have expected what he told me to tell Alex. He told me G14 classified information. And since it's already out prior to post to the lawyer we had went and told all the information, my dad told me, whatever you do, if something happened to me, you make sure you get to my house and get X, Y, and Z. He only told me that. Only 3 people in the world knew that was him, myself, and the good Lord above. And so I kept that to me until I spoke to my brothers. So we the only one that knew that. And she didn't know it. And so the only time she ever even talked about getting rid of what we was trying to get to is when we came looking for it. And she lied about that. Missy, I think you know what we're talking about these. She lied about that. So
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So everything. So that day, doctors, they don't really come in the room. They talk to you virtual. So the doctor come up on the screen and the doctor is giving me all of the information as if I'm his guardian. And I was like, hold on 1 second, doc, 1 second. I said, his wife is going to need all this information as well. That doctor said, Irie, in my true words, that doctor spoke to me over the screen and said, I'm only giving this information out once. His wife should be there to get this information. If anybody else want this information, they would have to come down to this hospital and speak. We're not going back and forth just to continue to give all these people this information. She called my phone when all this is going on. I answered the phone. Yes, Victoria. She said, I love you and Jesus. I said, that's fine too, but you might want to get down to this hospital and get this information about your husband. So I knew that he was going to a rehab facility. The doctor told me. They told me all his medicine. And as I told you last night, I don't know if you heard me clear, every medicine that doctor prescribed to my dad, he said, I don't want any of that. And I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. Like, I know years and years ago that he passed out in church from a heart condition. He had a scar over his chest. And so that's what I was thinking it was that. Had nothing to do with it. And maybe my dad, let me back up. When my dad was in that coma for those 3 weeks, he told me that the good Lord took him to the other side. And he let my dad experience heaven and hell. And that's his true words. And so once he told me that, he said he let him experience hell because he wanted him to see a lot about that evil. And he brought him to the good side and said, this way you're going to be with me. So when he woke up, he said, I already know where I'm going, Mr. Corey. I'm going to the good side. I told my brothers, he told me that. And so he was making his way to the rehab facility after he had a blood transfusion. And he went to the rehab facility, and I remember this like yesterday. I had a football party at my house. It was Georgia versus Alabama. And Georgia was playing Alabama, and I get a call and saying that your dad is on his way to hospice. And I was like, he hadn't even made it to the rehab facility yet, right? So he made it to the rehab facility. So the very next day, we go down to the hospice. And when we get down to the hospice, it's pandemonium. She don't want his sons to be there. Like, she thought she could take that same attitude and power to the hospice. And the hospice people was telling her, no, it don't work like that over here. So nobody in that facility liked this lady. Nobody. Everybody that she thought she could manipulate and be her friend, when they told her, hey, Mr. Fitzhugh is my patient, I got to do the best thing for my patient that I know, that I went to school for. Then she would call another number. I don't like this nurse. I don't want her with my husband. I don't like that nurse. I don't want her with my husband. Anybody that said they wanted to help, because she specifically said, let him die, and call me when it happened. So that's a lot of the things that people didn't get to see on camera. And I don't know if we even would have wanted that particular part to be on camera, but this lady, she's not right. She's not right. So she can speak about disrespect. She is disturbing her own peace, because we could have easily got my dad, and he could have timed out being at my house or being at a facility near my house. When those people told her that she would have to basically turn her living room into a hospice care type facility, and my dad looked at everybody and said, I want my sons to have 24-hour access to me. And that's when she said, well, he can't come here. So she's a piece of work. I'm telling you, that lady is a piece of work. Very much so. And I heard you, Miss Sylvia, say that you'd like to hear her side of the story. I would love to hear her side of the story, because she's going to have about 3 lines. She's going to say, she's going to throw her hands in the air like this and say, 30 years. And guess what, Miss Sylvia? I'm 50. I'm about to be 51 next week. I mean, in 3 weeks. So, like my brother Alex told her, I've been with you 55 years. I said, Dad, if she's been with you 30 years, I got a 20-year head start on her. And if you met her when you was 50, well, you met her in your late 40s and you got married at 50, she probably was already built. I don't know. But she never liked us. She's never, ever liked us. Never.
So did y'all meet her when he was dating her?
Yes.
How was she to you guys then?
Dry, very dry. Very dry. Because my dad he was very, very, very big into boxing. Very, very big into boxing. And we going back to VHS tapes. He had every boxing match on tape in alphabetical order in his entertainment center. So the times that we would go over there when they were just dating, we would just go down, and he would always just tell us about this particular boxing match, that particular boxing match, what happened. And which is so ironic, because the times that I would be at the hospice with him, he would say, turn on some boxing. And, I would just test his brain. I'm not gonna lie. I used to love to test his brain. So I remember pulling up like a Frazier Foreman fight. I didn't tell him which one it was. I think they fought 2 or 3 times. And so I would just pull it up. And I was like, Dad, what can you tell me about this fight? He was like, oh yeah, this is Frazier Foreman part 2. So-and-so knocked him out in this round. And this is, I called my brother. I said, man, this man knows exactly what's going on. He would tell me about every boxing match I pull up. He would tell me about it. He would tell me who won, what round it in. His mind was beyond sharp. So when she say that he was out of his mind, know that whatever you put in him, whatever you read on screen told you that was going to take him to be out of his mind, because she told on herself. See, one thing about me, Miss Sylvia, sometimes I just listen. When I was young, I would just listen. But now I'm still the youngest. I play my position being the youngest, and I'll speak when I can, but I listen. I know when somebody telling on themselves. I wanted to major in psychology. I read body language. Her body wasn't right. Her eyes was never right. I know body language. And when she told on herself, her lips was rumbling, and she was like, all that fentanyl in the system. That doctor looked at her, and then she tried to go back to when he was in the coma. Well, that's what I was thinking. No, that ain't what you was thinking. That's what you did.
So she mentioned fentanyl. The doctor never said that he was on fentanyl?
No. That doctor said nothing about no fentanyl. Remember, I told you I was the one that was in the room with him when the doctor gave me all that medicine that he was going to have to take. Yeah. And all the medicine he was going to have to take was supposed to have something to do with blood pressure and things like that, and blood thinners. It had nothing to do with fentanyl. No, negative. I was there. It was myself, my dad, and the doctor on the screen. She was at home crying, telling me she loved me and Jesus. And again, I told her that's fine too, but you might want to come down here. Yeah. And so if you look at the video, watch how she handles Travis. Not you, Travis. It's them other ones. Not you, Travis. It's them other ones. And like we used to tell Travis, well, when she buried him, why she didn't call you and tell you don't tell your brothers? But I gotta tell you, you the good one. She didn't tell his nephews, the nephew that she so-called gave all. I called a family member. She didn't tell nobody. But we found out where funeral home he was in. I just so happened to, when I started back going to work, I went to work early one day, and I went to the funeral home afterwards. I went to this funeral home, and it looked like a ghost town. I almost thought I was at the wrong funeral home. And the lady was outside. She said, "May I help you?" I said, "Yeah, I need to speak with someone." My dad, I didn't even say my dad's name. I said, "I just want to speak to someone." My dad was supposed. She said, "Come inside. Hurry up and come inside." And that lady took me to her desk. She said, "Fitzhugh," and I was like, "How you know?" She said, She said, "That lady is everybody up here know her. We never had to like expedite a process so fast, but they just wanted to hurry up and do what they could do to get her away from their facility because she was literally trying to pay for things in advance, knowing that she would get some on the back end. She was trying to get it done. And those people told me to my face, we have been in this business so long, we know when a spouse take down another spouse. I said, what do y'all get? I said, where do you even get that from? She said, well, when you've been in this profession, you just know. And I put that on everything. That's the truth. And this lady ain't never seen me a day in her life. And that's how we know everything, because those people knew something wasn't right. So I know exactly where he is. And my brothers know. We all know exactly where he is. She don't know we know. But we know.
She might know now. You might know now.
Yeah.
Because we're on live. Somebody go tell her.
So, and think about it. If she was straight up and she was this nice, holy endowed lady, and somebody had did her wrong, those people would not put their facility on the line to tell us all this stuff. The guy who officiated the service, he honestly didn't even want to speak to me because he was so tired of dealing with her. He didn't even want to go back and forth. Like he didn't know if I was going to come in there and, whatever I would be on. He stayed in his office, and his assistant, per his voice, told me everything. He told her to give me all the information. He was tired of it. He was done with it. And they asked her, should we be expecting like family? Wait a day or two for the service. Should we be expecting family? Get it done. And they knew that she was trying her best to rush a death certificate, and everyone knows what happens after you get the death certificate. That's how you get to the. I'm making fun of it, but that's everybody know that. That's
insurance.
Yes, and so she prepaid. She prepaid things because she wanted some things expedited. I'm just telling you what was told to me.
But that insurance money, she should already got it already.
Say what now?
I said the insurance money, she should already got it already because that's not part of probate.
No. She needed that death certificate bad.
Okay.
She needed that. She couldn't do anything without that. And so her going vocally saying they didn't know what to do with it and all that, man, we all buried our mom. We were in our early 20s, and we did it with no help. I was 22, Travis was 24, Alice was 26, and Tia was how old were you, Tia?
I was 30, about to turn
30.
31.
Yeah, right. And we did everything on our own. No one even gave us a hand. Like we literally had to handle our mom's passing as young men. And this is the thing. It wasn't like our mother was sick. It just happened in the morning. We woke up to it. And if anybody ever had to bury anyone, when you get in front of the funeral home, if you don't have no money, they talking funny. They want to deal with they need to know what's going on. They had no sympathy that it was 4 young men in there trying to bury their mom. And we did it. So we could have buried our dad, but at the end of the day, we tried to be right by her and let her know what was going on. And she took it upon herself to handle it the way she wanted to. And that's fine.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. She doesn't want y'all will testament to go through, I guess.
Nah, she don't. But whatever she wrote, that's sometimes, Miss Sylvia, I just laugh. I just ride and laugh, and I almost just want to ask whoever is helping her, like, why would you even take this on? Like, if somebody needs my help, it can't be that fugazi. Like, it almost to the point where it seems like she can get somebody in trouble because the fakery didn't just start with it being legal with the court. A lot of the fakery started within the hospital and hospice setting. I'm trying to say just enough so you know what I mean. Like medical directives and stuff like that. Like a lot of this stuff is just fakery. And however she pulled her daughter in. I mean, that's her mom. She can ride with her mom, but I just won't let nobody pull me in to something like this. Oh, because it was this one time. Remember this part here? It was this one time her daughter came down to the hospital, and I was there. I went to get myself and TL something to eat, and her daughter TL had the phone on speaker, but they didn't know the phone was on speaker, and so they thought they had TL outnumbered. And his daughter was in there talking to the hospice staff, the social workers. We only know the 3 sons, and we ain't even know his youngest son. And all of a sudden, he just popped up, and I just couldn't take it no more. So I came in the room, and I was like, April, right? She said, yes. I said, you know me? She said, Corey, I know you. I said, no, two minutes ago, you said you didn't even know his youngest son. I said, now, unless my dad got some kids outside of this marriage that we don't know about, then tell me who the youngest son is, because last I checked, I'm the youngest. And it got so crazy. That's the day that they wanted to kick me out of the hospital, because at that point in time, I was tired of it. Like I was really tired of it, because every time, I don't know if my brothers told you this, Miss Sylvia, every time she came to the hospice, he had an anxiety attack. Every time.
Wow.
Every time. And so he was so loved up there, because again, he was supposed to time out of the hospice, and he went past 2 times, 3 times. I mean, they say 9 days. 9 times 3 is 27. And he was there for 30 days. So he went 3 times past the time they think you would be in the hospice. So, the women, they just fell in love with my dad, from the cleaning staff. He's seen every nurse. They do their 3 on 4, whatever they do. So, yeah, everybody just fell in love with him. And so when the morning shift would see him react, his reactions, the night shift would see his reactions. Like when they would get him stable, they said a lot of times it would take them so long to get him stable from an anxiety attack. They didn't want her to come back down because they always kept him stable as long as she wasn't there. Every time she came to that hospice, he had an anxiety attack to the point where we couldn't even be in the room with him. They only had nurse in the room with him to calm him down, and it took hours to get him back settled. That's the only time his blood pressure would go up. Because I remember telling her off camera, I thought he had high blood pressure. He hasn't took a blood pressure pill, laying on his back, not walking in 30 days. He ain't took one blood pressure pill. What's really going on? But when she come in at the hospice, blood pressure go up, anxiety attack, or blood pressure go extremely down. And I think she knew it. I think she really was doing it on purpose. I felt like she just wanted to cause a lot of friction, and like I just felt like she wanted to get him out of here at however she could. And whatever she did to him prior to him going to that coma, that didn't work. Maybe she didn't put enough in. I just don't know. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, but I know she did something like that because she said it to. I think she said it to some social workers. She said it to my cousin. Like she would tell on herself. They think I tried to kill him. We ain't never said that to her. I would never give her my playing cards like that. But she said it. She said it herself. They say I'm trying to kill him. No, you said that to yourself.
Guilt. Guilt.
Guilt. Straight guilt. Yeah, so
I'm sitting here because you mentioned something about the will. I'm sitting here reading some of the will. She did not don't want you guys involved in it at all.
right. And it's so crazy that she's saying that in 2024, my dad just woke up in the morning and say, I just want your kids to have everything because the lady that I was married to and divorced in 1978 or 79, I don't want them biological kids to have nothing. That don't even sound like something somebody would say. That just goes without saying. If I divorced a woman in 1978, 79, and that woman passed in 1997, why would I even discuss her in a will? Why?
You wouldn't.
But for whatever reason, it has been said that she was very jealous of my mom. Now, I wanted to go on record and say she don't even know my mother, but let her tell it. They all went to high school together. This is where she really lied. My mama went to a different high school, and my mom didn't know that lady. How I know my mom didn't know that lady? They were dating and married, and I used to have to go over my dad's house. My mom didn't even know who the lady was. But rumor has it that she was jealous of her, and maybe that's why she just carried this hatred toward us for so long.
You could tell. You could tell. You can tell.
Yeah. So, she's she a handful. But I can tell you this: the one day she brought her daughter down, I don't know what she told her daughter. I don't know what she told her daughter prior to them coming down. But the visit didn't go the way she probably told her daughter. When they left the hospice and they got in the car, her daughter cussed her out so bad in that car.
How you know?
Because I used to always leave the hospice before them and go sit in my car. After I would find out what car they came in, I would always go down there and sit because I used to try to figure out how I can record her leave that hospice and walk off without that cane.
You're not as good as Fritz. I mean, you're not as good as TL.
Nah, I ain't that good yet. And so once I found out what car they would ride in. Okay, so the hospice was on the 6th floor. If you look out this one particular window, you can see everything that happened. So a lot of times when my dad would be getting changed, my brother Alex told you he is a certain time of the day that he wanted us to leave out the room, his little favorite time.
This bath time.
So I would just go. Sit in the window pane. You can just like literally, it was a really big window pane. And when you sit up in the window pane, you can see the whole parking lot. You can see Upper Riverdale Road. You see the whole thing. So this one particular time, I saw a car pull up, and then I saw them get out of the car. So I knew what car they was in, and I went down and I just moved my car to watch that car leave because I honestly was gonna follow him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna follow him. I just wanted to see what was going on. And so that particular time, she TL was in the window pane looking, and I was in the car ground level, and she cussed her out. It was so crazy because the one time prior to that, it was one time prior to that, they choreographed it so good because every time they would leave the hospice, she would help her mom walk, like how people escort each other. She would hold her arm and help her walk and open the door for her and everything. That one particular time where it didn't go right, when they got to the bottom level of that hospital, the house, yeah, she left her mom, just walk. And her mom picked that came up and walked right behind her. Her mom went to the passenger side. She sat in the car first. Her mom got in the car and she cussed that girl out. She cussed that lady slam out. Every bit of about 7 minutes before she cranked the car up. Crazy. That was crazy. That was really crazy. So I don't know what was said. Maybe her daughter told her, look, we need to go back into the playbook and figure this out because you about to blow this whole situation up. Them boys are not as dumb as you told me they are. Or you must have been dealing with the age of them when you first met their dad. All these boys are grown men. And I think that's the part that she just overlooked. She dealing with some grown men.
Yeah.
So,
Cam wants to know as a mom. I mean, the daughter's mean too.
Yes. And so this is the part. This is one thing. This is another key thing. The day that they basically wanted to put us out of the hospice, I ended up being on the elevator with her daughter. And she was trying her best to, she was trying to take it there. And I let her know I could take it there too. But again, I don't want to disrespect a woman. So all I did in the elevator, honestly, I just held her hand. I squeezed her hand and I held her hand. And I said, let's just talk. Let's just talk like two people. And when I told her, your mom is the cause of all of this. I said, I know you don't want to hear that. I know that's hard to take. I said, but your mom is the cause of all of this. And so she was trying to say, well, y'all did this and y'all did that. I said, y'all ain't did nothing. Your mom did that. And I don't know what your mom told you. And so when her mom came down to the bottom level of the hospice, her mom said, I need to stay right here beside you. I don't know what Corey will do to you. I said, Corey 50 years old and I ain't never put my hands on a woman. So your daughter is cool with me. All I'm about to do is walk. Me and your daughter about to walk to the store and get something to drink. We just down here talking. Because I told her daughter, I said, you look a little heat. I said, you look a little heat. You might need some cold water. So I was about to walk to the store with her daughter and grab her some water. And her daughter was all the way with it. So she came back. She said, you need to go upstairs and be with your husband. No, Tommy is, Junior is up there. And I said, you want some time with him? Let me call him. I called TL. I said, step outside the room. She said she wants some time with him. And then she was like, well, give me my purse. Her daughter said, what do you need your purse for? She said, I need some lip stuff out my purse. She said, no, you don't. Just go back upstairs. I need my purse. What you need your purse for? And her daughter looked at me and said, let me walk her back upstairs. I said, I'm right here. And I called TL. I said, Operation Shutdown. Don't let her in the room by herself. She said she needs some lip stuff and she got to have her purse. Yep. So, Miss Sylvia, you see how my brother was rubbing my dad's legs?
Yeah, I saw it.
So a best friend of mine, whose mom has been a nurse, she told us to put certain type of oil on his legs She told us to, because she was going off the diagnosis that we told her, and she had brought her mom back from hospice from some holistic treatment and things. So that's why you would see us like rubbing on him, just she told us that the third brain for all the listeners who may not know this, your third brain is down by your shin.
Really?
Yes. And so you have to rub it to wake it up. And then she told us to tap on the middle of his forehead. And so that's why you see my brother rubbing in those areas. So why would she say my dead lips was dry when we oiled him up from head to toe every day? See, a lot of stuff just like she's just saying things that just don't make sense. She's just talking. So it would be good if you can get her on, because she can talk. That's all she want to do. She just want to talk.
That's I'm gonna jump in just for 2 seconds. That is definitely one of the fallacies that I despise.
Hold on.
Okay. The only thing she could think of was, oh, he's looking bad. His lips are dry. No. Because the one thing we did do, the nurses would tell us when she was arriving, because mind you, we're there all night long. They would say, his wife is coming. So whenever that would happen, I jump up, go in the bathroom, get his face real washed, and I said, I want you to be safe when you come in here. Lips, the whole nine. Like, it didn't matter about whether we liked her or not, but I didn't want her to come in there and see him looking any other way than right. So it wasn't no dry lips, no ashy eye. No, we made sure he stayed moist, because he couldn't do it himself. Yeah. So yeah, only thing she noticed dry was his lips. No, that's where you got to put stuff at, sweetheart. When I told her to put it on her lips, that's when she put it back in her purse and walked out without even saying goodbye to our father. Yeah, let's put it on your lips first.
So I saw her put something on her lips.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Oh, it wasn't that thing? Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't that.
She had a different thing to put on his lips.
That was real lip balm that she had. Yeah, she had to dig deep in her purse for what she was trying to put on my father's lips. But I got Vaseline. We good. It ain't that serious. It is not that serious. And you got way deep in your bag for this special lip balm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah. It's almost comical, but not when it's happening to your loved one.
Yeah. Wow. Well, anyway, guys, I'm about to get off. We're at that 2-hour mark. We've been on here 2 hours.
Thank you. Again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will be putting in my Rule 22 for tomorrow.
Okay.
I just have to get exactly what courtroom it is in. No, it's on Zoom. I forgot.
It's on Zoom. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I have to mute Corey's line. All right. I will talk to you later, sir. Thank you for coming back on. I appreciate it. Is he still on here? Is he talking? And Alex, if you're in the chat, bye. All right, guys, gotta go. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in